Welcome to a new episode of Create Your Joy podcast brought to you by myself, Shruti Goel. I'm a certified life coach in self-love and empowerment, and I have with me my colleague and dear friend, Ivania Liang, who is a mindset and purpose coach. And boy, we today have such a gift for our audience with an incredible song by Bon Jovi, which is called It's My Life. And just wait for this song to energize you, to make you feel excited. And Ivania, I'm turning it straight over to you to tell us a little more about this song, and let's dive into the lyrics here.
Thank you, beautiful Shruti. Thank you. Hi, beautiful community. Welcome back and tuning in and creating your own perspective. I wanted to bring this song to you and to Shruti because I know Bon Jovi, the band back in the 90s, and then I really liked them, but I really didn't pay attention to the lyrics. And I just saw a documentary like 2 weeks ago, and I was blown away the way John Bon Jovi, the singer, how he was able to take his career to higher levels until today. So I'm gonna jump into the song. It's My Life, so we can discuss it a little bit. It starts saying, "This ain't a song for the brokenhearted, no silent prayer for the faith departed. I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive. It's my life. My heart is like an open highway, like Frankie said. I did it my way. I just want to live while I am alive. It's my life." And wow, when I heard these songs, and actually I pay attention to the lyrics because I didn't pay attention before. It was amazing. I was blown away because sometimes, or most of the time, I would say we're not all the time broken hearted. Like we're not in a place where we feel broken, where we feel that sad, or when we feel depressed. We're just going through life. And this song, it kind of brings you back into the moment and it's kindly reminding you, like, hello, this is your life. And then you kind of wake up and say, oh yeah, it's my life. So that's why it says this is not a song for the brokenhearted, right? And then I really like that emphasizes that we don't have to be in a bad place to take over and control our life, to make it better. And also it says that he doesn't want to be, another face in the crowd. Like he wants us to take control and be able to speak up. And also he wants us to shout it, meaning that don't hide all those marks that we carry every single day. It says, it's my life. It's reminding you that it's your life, that this is now or never. And I really like that because it's also emphasizing that we're not going to be here forever. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do this moment with your life? Because you own your life. Nobody owns your life but you. What is it that you want to do? And it says that my heart is like an open highway. What I mean when I get from that is that I am very open to any opportunities that life has to offer to me. It's like Frankie said, I did it my way. And when I get that reference, it's like when you get to a point where it's about for you to live this beautiful earth, you want to be able to say, I did everything that I wanted and I did it my way. Like you had your experience, you went through it. You didn't hide, you didn't you didn't have that fear that something is holding you back, that you didn't, allow anything to hold you back. And I love that what it says. I just want to live while I am alive. And I love that because every day we're living, but we're not really living to our full potential or to be aware that we can do more for ourselves so we can turn that into a service for others
Mm.
because we're filling up our cup every day and then we're able to share that. So I really love that what it says. What do you think, Shadi?
Oh my gosh, I enjoyed how you interpreted these lines, and I'm noticing again that the chorus is two different verses, and I enjoy the songs where the choruses are longer, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'll have a slightly different interpretation on the chorus than you did. And of course, I think that's our main message with our podcast is that you want to be able to create and share different perspectives. The words may be the same, but they can mean very different things to different people. But as you were reading the words, I just felt so invigorated. And I really invite people to watch the video because the video
Yes.
itself, the music, and the way the video is shot is very interesting too. And so, coming into the second part of the song, it says, "This is for the ones who stood their ground." And I love this line here. You know, the essence of kind of when we begin to live our life actively. That's how I'm going to say it. How we, rather than falling through life, we pause and we say, hey, I want to live this life in an active way, not just because of my habits and automatic thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love, and part of that is knowing when you want to stand your ground.
Yes.
What is a concept or an idea for which you want to stand up for? And he makes a reference to Tommy and Gina, who never back down, who are this couple in the story of the music video. And thanks, Ivania, you explained it so well to me before we started here. So Tommy and Gina, Gina is already at the concert. Tommy is trying to reach her and has to overcome many different obstacles and has to think on his feet in order to make this happen. And so it's for Tommy and Gina who never back down. When you know what you want to do, it doesn't matter if it's a concert, if it's something fun that you want to do, or as important as life itself, you know, knowing what is a hard decision that you have to make, not backing down from it. Tomorrow's getting harder, make no mistake. And I like this reminder that as you stand your ground, the challenges that you face are going to get harder. So it's not a coincidence. But the fact of the matter is that you're building your resilience so that you can handle harder and harder things. So, absolutely, tomorrow's going to get harder. But make no mistake, luck ain't enough. You've got to make your own breaks. And I love this. You know, in the music and film industry, of course, everyone knows that a break is that one golden opportunity that, you know, makes you go viral or makes you become popular
Mm-hmm.
with people. And then that is said to be the beginning of a star's career. And sometimes people say, oh, you have to have a dash of luck. And I agree, you do have to have a dash of luck, but by itself, it isn't enough. There is something to be said for having the courage to open a door that is currently closed to you. And the only way you can do it is if you have the courage to knock. And
Yes.
you have to be able to do that. So I really love that this concept, this idea is brought here because if you can take a chance, you know, you don't know if you're going to be accepted or rejected, but if you don't do anything, then the answer is no anyway. So might as well take a shot. It's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive. And so again, here we come to the chorus, and it is absolutely beautiful, magnificent. It's my life. It's now or never. Just even repeating this as an affirmation to yourself makes you feel less automatic, less in the hold of something, you know, beyond your control. So I love that aspect of this song is that it makes us feel like we belong to our life, like we're running it ourselves. We have a right to. I ain't gonna live forever. And I think this is why it's valuable. It doesn't last forever. Um, that's why it matters. I just want to live while I'm alive. And I love this reminder again that so many people are falling through life, or they are run by their automatic programs, their patterns that they have learned in childhood. And they're forgetting that we must keep growing in wisdom, in experience, far beyond the time when our physical growth stops. You know, we may no longer be a child growing to an adult. We are an adult, but as an adult, we still keep growing. So I love that reminder. And again, I loved what you said there, Ivania, about my heart is like the open highway. Like Frankie said, I did it my way. You know, and this idea that the open highway has many, many lanes and many, many exits. And so be the kind of person that can experiment and choose the road less traveled, as Robert Frost would say. You know, choose a path that's not popular. See where it takes you and be able to say, I did it my way. It's not about right or wrong. It's about having the courage to be who you are. And again, I just want to live while I'm alive, which means
Yes.
that I don't want to be asleep at the wheel of my life. I want to be awake and driving and choosing
Yeah.
an
Yes.
exit. So I want to throw it back to you to bring us home with this third set of verses, but what an invigorating song.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Before I go into that, I just wanted to say a little bit when it says, I stood. One of the lines that you said, we said, this is for the ones who stood their ground. And also when it says that Tommy and Gina who never backed down. I like when I was looking into the video, I mean, you guys need to watch the video. It's amazing. But I wanted to add a little bit like what I get when it says I stood, it says, sorry, this is for the ones who stood the ground. What I get from that is that all of us, is in this life, try to make things better.
Yeah.
And at the same time, when you find a way to always move forward, you actually making roots like a tree. And I want to use the tree, because most of the time we see when you plant the tree, is you don't see that it's growing underneath. So it's like holding that ground. So when it goes up, it's the trunk of it, it's getting strong. And I really like that because they don't back down, because it doesn't matter what life throws at you. You continue to move forward because you're very grounded at the core.
Mm,
And,
wow.
and like I said, I really like that, because it's not that we back down. It's like we take a break and figure it out how we move forward,
Yeah.
So I really love this song a lot.
Yeah. I like that analogy, Ivania, how you said that you can become grounded and rooted, really,
Mhm.
and then you can grow and you can take a break, you re-strategize. That's
Yes.
kind of what you're doing. Yeah.
Yes, I really like that, because with that, I'm going to the last verse, and it says, you better stand tall when they're calling you out. And I really like that, because I was saying about the tree. And when I said that when they called you out, mean that when somebody is bullying you, when somebody wants you to do what they, they're forcing you to do things that you don't want to do, but
Mhm.
socially you feel that if you don't do it, you're not gonna fit in. So it's like a stand tall, like stand at your core and your belief, and you're, like you mentioned, rooted, and that you won't back down because of what you believe and because of your values, and because you see that you have to move forward and have the sense of knowing yourself because you've been growing. So I really, really like that. It says, don't bend, don't break, baby, don't back down. And that's the thing. When we go into these experiences of life, there's so many good and bad experiences, but it kind of shaped us in a way to, like you mentioned before, be resilient. And it's not like when we're taking a break, it's not that we lost or they broke us down. It's just we have to take a break to reflect and see what are the things that I need to do to move forward, or what are the habits that I need to change so I can become a better version of myself? Or what are the things I don't need anymore in my next chapter in life? So it's always molding, it's always going in different directions, but at the same time, it's like a dance going where we need to go.
Mm.
And it's not like a straight thing that you need to do A, B, C, D to have a great life. No, it's not like that. So, and then it goes back to the course that it's my life, it's now and never. And like you mentioned it before, it's the affirmation. We always go back because we put in that in our subconscious. We put in that into saying every day, this is my life. What do I need to do? And when you had that mindset that is your life and whatever it's in your hand, I think your days start to change. At least if with one thing that you can change, like this is your life, what is it that you can control now? So you start changing the mindset and you start little by little changing the habits that we want to say, because that's what we do. That's what we have, habits. That's all that is. And that they can be changed, they can be changed. So that's why I really like this song, and it almost like an anthem. Like I said, not all the time we're heartbroken, not all the time we feel sad, not all the time we feel depressed. It just we can be living life automatically, like you mentioned earlier before. But it's I like the fact that you mentioned life, live life actively,
Yeah.
consciously.
Yeah.
And that's it's not easy.
Yeah.
But if we start to become more aware that we have to control ourselves, our lives, how do we want to do it? Now we conscious and we actively doing that. So that's
Yeah.
what I really love this song.
Yeah, and that repetition is key. You know, just like in this song, we've had this chorus come up again and again. So we need to do the same in our own life, is remind ourselves that this is our life. Remind ourselves when we're starting
Yes.
to be falling into the automatic patterns. Hey, I can do things differently. I'm on an open highway. I don't have to keep taking the same exit. I can
Yes.
take a different exit and see
Yes.
what happens, you
Yes.
know, and embrace the idea, I think, of being in the unknown a little bit more. I think many times in life, we get stuck in this idea that everything needs to be certain. We don't want to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
Risks are somehow brought to our attention as something negative. But actually, some amount of risk taking is what is required to grow our comfort zone
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely. So I think you did a wonderful job in bringing us home with this last verses here. And I just wanted to remind our audience if they would like and subscribe if they're enjoying this podcast. And we hope that, you know, with these episodes that you're able to add to your playlist of songs that you can come back to in a moment where you need some support or a positive reminder. And music can be such a beautiful way of bringing those messages back to us in a moment where we can't access it any other way. So we do hope you'll take the time to do that. And Ivania, if there's nothing else to add for today, I would say thank you so much for a great episode.
You know, thank you so much for everything. And I would encourage you to create your own perspective, reflect on these songs. And if you heard it before, try to remember what you were thinking back then. And then now that you're listening for the second time or at this time, how do you take it? What is your new perspective? And what is it that you have learned from back then to now? And also, you know, actually I saw Bon Jovi at the documentary, and I am blown away by how he was able to navigate, you know, that type of life, because you know, it's a rock and roll band and super famous, and I was surprised to learn so many great things about Bon Jovi. So I encourage you guys also to look at his documentary because it's amazing. And this song is like an anthem. It's your life,
Yeah,
and you want to do it your way.
exactly.
So thank you so
Exactly.
much for everything, and see you next time.
Until next time, create your joy. Bye, everyone.
Bye.